What if you get done with your live stream and you think, man, that was so good, except there's a few things that if I could go back, I could just tweak those. I could just take a different camera, or I could show a different full screen, or I could show it earlier or later, or what have you. And you think, if only I had isolated recordings of each of my video sources. Well, it turns out you can. So stick around and I'll show you how. Presented by Church Tech U, the Yolobox Extreme. Hi and welcome again. So, full disclosure, YoloLive sent me the Yolobox Extreme to play around with. And there were two features that I was really curious about if it had. The first one I talked about in an earlier video, and I'll try and remember to link that in the description of this video. And that was the ability to get alpha transparency from software like, say, ProPresenter, which is what I'm known for. The other thing is I really wanted ISO recording. Now, why would you want that? Well, if you're live streaming, you get done with your live stream and there's just a few things you'd like to tweak. Unfortunately, normally you would not have the recordings of anything other than the final product. So in some cases you can kind of reconstruct stuff, but it's really painstaking and difficult. It's much better if you have an individual recording of each of your sources. So let's head over into the Yolobox Extreme, and I'm going to show you exactly where you can set all that up. Okay, so here we are in the Yolobox Extreme, and you'll notice that I've got some different sources. You might notice that I've got ProPresenter up. I've also got here, I'm just going to tap on this, I've got another one of those, and I even have this video right here, which is me. So good stuff going on there. So that's one thing that's going on right there is I have that here. Let me move that over. Okay, so I've got these two computer sources here, and I've got a video source. So I might want to have, and because the Yolobox Extreme has multiple video sources, 8 HDMI ins just to start, along with NDI, USB, and even some network sources additionally, I might want to use one of the others here. Let me go back here just so that we don't have too much of me here. So what might I want to do? Well, let's talk about recording. So I'm going to first off, right above where my mouse is, you can't see where I'm tapping, but there's a record button. So I'm going to tap on that. And when I do that, you'll notice that it talks about starting up the recording. But first, I'm going to click on Set Up Recording Settings. So I clicked on Set Up Recording Settings, and notice here along the top, it has Select Recording Source. So I can just do Program. That's normal, that's regular. But you'll notice that I can record each of the other HDMI sources as well. So I can, what I'm doing is whatever would be going to my live stream, gets recorded. That's great. But also each of my other sources get recorded as its own thing. So when I'm done, if everything's great, no problem. But what if I've made a mistake, I want to cover it up. What if I want just the video cameras by themselves to re-edit for a recording, etc.? Well, I can fix all of that in post just by going through and recording that. So that's really helpful. You'll notice that we've got the encoding format here. H.264 is a little more compatible. H.265, which I've just clicked there, that's a little smaller file size, but slightly less compatible, although with that's becoming less and less the case every day. So it's not something that you should have to worry about. You can change the frames per second, you can change the sample or the bit rate there, and we can change how long each recording is. The shorter the recording, it will start the next one immediately after. That just gives you a little bit more insurance, but you will have multiple files for each source, as opposed to a longer time or continuously, where if you had a problem, then you'd be out of luck. So continuously might be what you would kind of default to, but I might want to suggest to you that you would do 10, 20, or even 60 minutes as opposed to continuously, just to make things a little bit easier to deal with. So I'm going to click done there. And storage settings, you can record to either an SD card, which is how I have it set up. Make sure it's a fast enough SD card, by the way, if you're doing ISO recording, or a USB drive. So you do have some flexibility there as well. You'd probably want a solid state drive to record to, so that you can record all of these no problem. But as soon as you're done recording, you can bring those into your editing software and fix any mistakes you made in your live stream. Or let's say that you're not actually live streaming. It's possible that you might be in a situation where you're not live streaming, but you want to edit it all later. Takes the pressure off the live event, and you can get a much better final product when you're done by cutting at the appropriate times with the appropriate camera, maybe getting some shots that you would have missed if you only did it live. There's just a lot of value there. So this is the third of the videos that I'm doing on the Yolobox, but there's a couple more that I have coming, just to show, first off, using it for live streaming, why you would want to do that, and secondly, kind of a deep dive into it. When I did the unboxing, I touched on that, but I didn't have the interface hooked up, so it was kind of more difficult to see. So we'll get that sorted out, and I'll get that uploaded in the future, and you can see more about this incredible piece of gear. By the way, having gone through all of this, I would say that this particular device is now my go-to recommendation for hardware for doing these sorts of things, because there's a competing product, the Blackmagic Mini Extreme ISO, which does the same stuff, but it doesn't do NDI. And it doesn't have a screen. So both of those things you would have to add in. This would be better because it's better for both of those situations. So, is it something that I'd recommend? Yeah. Also built-in battery, so if you lose power, you've at least got the battery as a backup. I'm not even connected to power currently. So that's something else that you should consider when you think about this piece of gear. So that's all about the Yolobox Extreme ISO recording and why you should consider using that feature at your church along with your live stream when you're going out and changing eternity. Till next time, this is Paul Allen Clifford.